Today we will discuss how the mechanical energy remains constant during the case of freely falling object under effect of gravitational force. According to the law of conservation of energy, energy neither created nor destroyed. Today we will find the total mechanical energy, that is kinetic energy and potential energy, remain constant at each and every point during the freely falling object under effect of gravitational force. So, this is the object of mass m. Initially it is at point A at height small h. It is allowed to free fall under effect of gravitational force. When it reaches at point B, after travelling a distance x, let its velocity is small v. When it reaches at point C, just near the earth's surface, its velocity is v dash. So, now we will find out kinetic energy and potential energy at every point, and some we will check it is constant or not. So, at point A, the kinetic energy of the object is given by Ka is equal to 1 by 2 m 0 ka whole square, because initial velocity is 0. So, the kinetic energy will be 0 at point A. At point A, the potential energy is given by Pa is equal to mgh. Now, what will be the total mechanical energy at point A? The addition of these two. So, the total energy at point A, Ta is equal to Ka plus Pa. And when you put the value, then you find the total energy at point A is mgh. Indirectly, you can say that at point A, the total mechanical energy in form of potential energy, kinetic energy is 0. If you come to a general point B, after travelling object under effect of pull x distance, the velocity at that point using third equation of motion will be v square is equal to 0 ka square plus 2gx, because x is the travelled distance, then v square is equal to 2gx. So, what will be the kinetic energy at this point? Kb is equal to half m v square, and when you put the value of v square 2gx, you will find 2 cancel, then kb is equal to mgx. What will be the potential energy at this point? It will be Pb is equal to mgh minus x. Why h minus x? Because the net height of point B is h minus x from the earth surface. So, total mechanical energy at point B will be the additive value of Kb and Pb. So, when you put the value of Kb and Pb, that is mgx, or Pb is equal to mgh minus x, and when you simplify, you will find mgx and mgx cancel out. The total mechanical energy at point B will be mgh. It means some part in form of kinetic energy, remaining part in form of potential energy, provided the object is at point B. Similarly, if you come to the point C, when the object is just near the earth's surface, the velocity at point C is given by third equation of motion, that is v dash square is equal to u square, that is 0 ka square plus 2gh. So, v dash square is equal to 2gh. So, kinetic energy at this point will be half m v dash ka whole square, or when you put the value of v dash whole square, that is 2gh, 2 cancel, then kinetic energy will be mgh. And potential energy at point C will be Pc is equal to mgh. H is 0 at this point, because the net height is 0, then potential energy at point C will be 0, and the total mechanical energy at point C will be the sum of Kc and Pc. So, Tc is equal to Kc plus Pc, Kc is equal to mgh plus Pc is equal to 0, then again you find Tc is equal to mgh. So, what we are concluding, at point C, at point B, at point A, the total mechanical energy of the object is constant given by mgh. Only the thing, the transformation took place as the object moved from point A to point C, gradually its kinetic energy, its potential energy gradually converted into kinetic energy. It means energy neither created nor destroyed, the total mechanical energy of the freely falling object always remains same.